know, she's got a political base that's very strong. She's got a number pulling base. So if you're able to pull numbers, they want you there. That's why you need to tell your friends to watch HipHopRepublican.tv and .com, because we got radical Republicans on this show.
Radical
Republicans. Radical Republicans.
Radical, and they're hip hop. Radical hip hop. Well, you're going to cause a lot of confusion out there in the world with stuff like that, Shirley.
It's true. How's that confusing?
Radical hip hop. See, people are not. Well, you know what's so good? You get to define it, because people are going to say it's almost like we say neo-urban. They go, "What the hell is that?" They go radical.
When you think about the radical hip-hop Republicans back in the day, those were the Republicans who basically said, "Where is justice in this?" You know, there are Republicans like myself that say the current administration and the Republicans, when you get the crazy ones out there spitting people, calling them niggers, you can't do that. And you get Republicans out there who just are not even trying to hear any other kind of side. You kind of can't do that either. You got to come down to some kind of common sense reason. Now, don't think we're going to totally switch to the other side or become liberals or become kind of socialists. We're not doing that. But what we are going to do is have justification, and we're going to have truth and justice, and we want rules and regulations, and we want our own time on the floor. We want our chance to be at the beginning of that bill and have an input on it. And so if we got to get a little radical and crazy for you to give us a little attention, of course we're going to do that. So the radical Republicans, that one that says, no, 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 I'm not going for either one of you guys who are not going to ask for what is right. We want what is right. And if we got to get our guns, we got to wear hats, and we got to put crosses on our chest. Pray for us.
Can you do that again? I kind of enjoyed that.
The audience seems to be responding to that. Sick bastards.
I'm sorry.
All right, so let's talk about my hero. Who's my hero?
Meg Whitman.
Meg Whitman. Woo!
Woo, she's throwing rocks on her commercials on that Poisoner guy.
Throw the rocks. Put him under the bus. Let's keep going.
Wow.
Hey, look, this is politics, my friend. And she's not throwing rocks. This man's been throwing rocks for a long time. It's just that basically she's been doing it publicly through airwave and the radio.
I like what she's saying, personally. Okay. I get it. I get what she's saying,
okay. And what do you like about her?
You know what I like about her? The fact that she's run a major company. Maybe she could go ahead and try to put whatever her experience is. I mean, let's put it this way. She's talking to me. I get what she's saying. I don't really understand what this.
What is she saying that you like?
The fact that she is going to come in with a plan, and hopefully that'll be true. And so, if it's not too messed up for her to, you know, she's got a lot that she's willing to take on. We'll just say that. I don't really know what Steve Poisoner is saying, because now he's basically, a lot of his campaign commercials are like, Meg's throwing rocks at me. And
he's taking some kind of. I think Meg is smart in the positions that she's not taking. I think,
like what?
Like, for example, Poisoner's very vocal in ways that suggest, like Shirley says, a different kind of tolerance. He comes off a little prejudiced. When they start screaming first at immigration, see, there's certain ways you do things that give people impressions, and I think I think he's presenting himself as so conservative as to really put himself outside the mainstream. And Meg, even though she still has, you know, positions in all these areas, she certainly presents a different vibe and energy, and that's the most obvious difference between them.
Well, I noticed something that they have in common, and I'm not taking anything away, because I do believe successful organizations are a great template to start, but this is no different than Arnold. He said the same thing. I'm successful in business, so I'll know how to run, I'll know how to base it on economics and everything. So I see no difference right now. I think they're singing the same tune, and it may be some flavoring here and there, but remember, they come from the same background. So for me right now, I think great speeches and pitching what people want to hear is an incentive, and I think you need to listen. But we all know that's usually the flavor of the Republican base.
How can you say that it's about great speeches when you actually have a written history? If you go online about this lady, and you can see,
I'm not taking away from that.
But you just
I'm not taking
positions
are that different.
I'm gonna answer this man's question in the red with the bald head.
Thank you.
You know, the man is basically saying, he's trying to compare her to Arnold. How could you compare her to Arnold?
I'm only
saying, actor. You knew he was an actor.
No, hold on.
You consider that a negative comparison?
Well, you know Arnold was not an
American. Well, let me answer.
Wait, Shirley.
You already knew
Let me
Arnold's
ask you.
history.
Oh, Shirley.
So you're going to compare Arnold to Meg Whitman?
I'm only-
Wait. You're
Meg
saying
Whitman is an American
Let me
citizen
answer.
that has sat back and lived in this country. She's become educated.
Ooh,
She has
Shirley.
showed her success.
I-
and you're going to compare her to Arnold?
Let me answer.
Sassy, you better
Let me-
help
How
her.
can you compare her
Let
to
me,
Arnold?
let me just answer.
Arnold is Arnold.
Hold
and
on.
Megan
Y'all
Megan,
don't
we are
support
moving
Arnold.
forward
He's a
to
very
2020.
successful
Arnold's
Republican.
getting ready to be out of office.
But you don't like what he's done? You
Is
don't
it
like-
just about being successful in business or showing that you're able to
I want to
do
hear
the
Sassy's
job?
opinion on that.
Let me tell you what Meg is about to do.
Wait a minute. Didn't you ask me a question?
No, I'm answering
No,
his
no,
question.
no. You just said.
No. I
You just
said,
asked
let me
me.
answer his question,
You-
and I cut Mario off.
You said
because I wanted
you
to answer
asked
your
me a
the man
question.
in the bald
If you-
head.
if you ask
The
me a
bald-headed
question,
man with the red shirt.
this is
That's why
politics.
you want to be a Republican because you're wearing red.
Oh,
the
look.
communist. It's a
He's a
communist color.
He's
Yeah,
a traitor to
yeah,
communist.
Unbelievable.
You're not wearing blue. You're wearing red.
Unbelievable.
Communist.
I
You
just
keep in mind that Meg Whitman is going to become the governor of the state of California. Let me tell you why, fam.
Jerry Brown.
Meg Whitman is already whiting her lead over Jerry Brown, the man almost in the ground.
No.
Oh.
I'm trying to understand why y'all are dissing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And I'm not that I'm supporting him.
I'm going
How are
back
you
to
going to
this.
diss Schwarzenegger? He's
I
very
No one
popular.
is dishing.
I don't get it.
Sassy, take a position on Arnold.
I don't get it.
We're going to talk about Meg Whitman because we're talking about 2010. We've already lived our term. Thank God for Danielle and that brilliant red bone girl.
They in the chat room.
Because I'm so happy to have her back. She wasn't here last week, and I needed a
No,
little
I-
flavor.
I like her.
I need
I
that
like
little
her.
spicy mama.
I like her. Let's
Girl
put it this
power.
way: if it were between Poizner and her, I would vote for her.
Well,
Not because she's a woman, because she's talking to me.
Well, that's what
She
I'm saying.
sounds
Poizner
reasonable.
doesn't come off. To me, he's a poorly chosen
I think so.
Thank you.
position.
She's going to win it.
publicly.
If she's the one.
This is what
Right.
Shirley and
Yeah.
Lenny and them don't like.
Yeah.
See, this is where it becomes obvious. When you look at Shirley and Lenny McAllister
Yep.
as Republicans and you look at Poizner, then you can get it, okay? You can
Exactly.
start to get it as how they are embracing their conservative positions on issues, but that's not their vibe.
Yeah, Poizner
You know-
doesn't speak to me, Shirley.
No.
He says inflammatory things that I don't like.
Yeah,
and,
he
and
does.
to be honest
Right.
with you, he bitches a little bit too much for me.
Yes,
in
he
the
does.
commercials, and I don't like that. I
Yes,
don't want to
he-
hear the
that-
bitch.
right.
I need somebody who's going to talk to me right now. I don't care what party it's from or they're from. I need somebody that's coming to the table with something that I can relate to, that I can understand, that I can be a part of.
So
Right.
even,
that I
even
could be a part
Right.
of.
Hey,
And that's
Daddy.
what I would like to do
I agree
as
with
a
that.
citizen of this
Miss
country.
Shirley.
Hey, Daddy, check it out. Even
Yeah.
as business people who run businesses, who would you rather work for? Meg Whitman?
Oh, Meg.
See what I'm saying?
She's already
See
talking
See what I'm
to
saying?
me.
That's
What
the point.
you can
That's what I'm
imagine that the
saying.
vibe they bring coming down when you run a company and you set a tone.
Very good point.
That
That's
tone
right.
is going to extend down. What
Go,
Meg
Meg.
does is she sets
Go,
a better
Meg.
tone.
Go,
So wait a
Meg.
minute. So wait. Let me ask
I'm
you.
not supporting her,
No,
you
no,
guys.
no.
I'm just.
Wait a
In the
minute.
end, you're going to
Wait a
vote
minute.
for her. and at the end,
Wait a
she's
minute.
gonna be your
Can I-
governor.
wait
She's
a
gonna be
minute.
the governor of
Wait,
California.
Mario, can I ask
She's the one-
Mario?
She's the one.
I'm
for
saying
right
she
now.
sets
I
a
don't
proper
know who else-
She's gonna
leadership.
have the race and she's gonna
Leadership.
stay
I
in
don't
that
know who else
race.
is running. If
Wait
there
a
are other
minute.
people, I want to hear what they have to say too.
No, it's-
Poizner's
it's-
definitely out.
He's
Wait a
done.
minute.
He's
Let
done
me.
that
Can I ask
stuff.
Mario
He's
something
on the
real
primaries
quick?
for the
Go ahead.
Republican
Mario,
Party.
did you just describe somebody who basically is successful in business?
Right.
Okay.
And
the
what I
pro-
consider successful
and-
because they have successful business assholes too now.
Right now, listen what I'm saying. I
She
didn't.
ain't coming
See,
across
That
like
can't
that
work
though.
with people.
Wait a
But
minute.
obviously she's a people person.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She
The
doesn't. She represents.
See, here's the
That's
part
right.
that you don't
That's
understand.
right.
What I was saying, you never let me finish. And the part what I was saying is, when Gray Davis was fumbling the government and Arnold came in, he says, "I'm successful. I know how to do it," and I endorsed that.
Okay.
I said the difference between Arnold and Meg, I hear the same thing. So if I endorsed Arnold at the
What-
time,
what
wait,
are you
hold
hearing
on,
that's
hold
the
on,
same
just
thing?
listen, hold on. See, the part that here's about politics in the base that I don't understand. You guys don't want to listen. You want to shout. And so the part I'm trying to get you to understand is that I listen and I wait for the results. I don't get caught up in the hoopla at the beginning. They both have the same portfolio, which I like. I like successful organization makers and developers. But in the end, I have to turn around and say, if you don't find that there's a similarity there, then I say, did you support Arnold? Has he had success in his base? It's either yes or no. Now, if you don't like to answer that question, you don't have to. I didn't indict Meg. I just said until it dribbles downward, I'm not signing off totally on it because right now it's speeches, and that's what politics is about. I'm not knocking either one. The part you're trying to get in is you think I'm painting a bad story. I'm saying no. Arnold's a successful businessman. Whether he's an actor or not, he is.